I like to think I'm pretty strong mentally, and going into this game, no, experience, I knew it wasn't for the faint of heart, but I had absolutely no idea what was to come. Omori emotionally moved and changed me like no other game has. After completing my first playthrough, I was left in tears for at least a few minutes. This game takes you through the journey of a kid, Sunny, trying to overcome his guilt of killing his sister. To overcome this, Sunny has created what is basically a false reality where anything he wants, he can get. This area is referred to as the headspace. However, when you wake up in the real world, every night and every day, you are forced to face your fears and overcome the guilt that has plagued you for the last 4 years. Now, hearing that brief summary of the story may lead you to think that it's nothing interesting. But if you're thinking that, you are sorely mistaken. So today, I'm going to walk you through it and explain how Omori changed not only me, but millions of others as well. I would like to touch on a few things about the game in this video. The first thing being the visuals. Omori immerses you using not only its story and music, but its art style as well. The graphics around the main world aren't exactly the best, but that's not really the game's fault, more RPG Maker's fault, but I digress. The art I would really like to talk about is the photos and the battles. As stated before, the main world sprites aren't very good or interesting, but when you encounter an enemy, you get this beautiful drawing of the enemy as opposed to just the copied main world sprite. This little touch of personality with the drawn enemies during battle, I feel grows the world by letting the player see exactly what they're going up against. In tandem, this allows the player to observe the character designs and adds another layer of visual appeal. The photos in the game are at first used as a way to elaborate on the characters' personalities. These use the same art style as the battle graphics and are visually stunning. Some of the photos are simplistic and some are complex, but all are very interesting. The smallest details can be revealed through these photos, such as this one, a picture of everyone's feet in a circle with the caption, "Can you guess whose feet are whose?" Obviously, everyone's looks the same, except for Omori. His are jet black, almost as if they are a basic color, because making Omori was an afterthought. And I don't mean it was Omocat's afterthought, no. I mean an afterthought in the part of Sunny's mind that made Headspace. Sunny created Headspace to preserve his friend's life, a safe haven where none of them can ever truly die. All of that was his main focus, and he himself was an afterthought in his own mind. All of that to say, the smallest details in these photos can reveal so much about the story and characters, and that's why they add to the immersion of Omori. The next thing I would like to talk about is the sound design. Omori uses sound to not only scare you, but to help you better understand the tension or relaxation of each moment. For example, watch this scene and note the sudden cut in the music. I feel that this extra detail really hammers in the idea that this is a fear-inducing moment for not only you, but Omori as well. The music can also immerse you in a moment of playfulness or joy, such as this scene when you enter Headspace for the first time. As I said earlier, this extra touch of detail really helps to make you feel like you know what's going on and that you understand it really well. The next thing I would like to talk about is the game's surprisingly real representation of reality and how it depicts the topics it tackles. As stated in the beginning, Sunny must overcome the guilt of killing his sister Mari, but the game represents this grief and guilt in a very real way. In the game's Hikikomori route, Sunny chooses to completely isolate himself from all of his friends in the real world, instead opting to stay by himself, presumably dreaming in the headspace. However, in the game's true route, Sunny chooses to be with his friends in the real world, presumably believing that spending time with the few people he has left would help him get over the loss of one of, if not the most important person in his life. And this sentiment appears to be true. In the final few hours of the game, the truth is revealed that Basil helped Sunny stage Mari's suicide. And since then, Sunny has felt that he could not show himself to his friends as they were grieving at the loss of Mari, not knowing that it was Sunny's fault she was dead. In the final scene of the true ending, Sunny admits the truth to Aubrey, Kel, and Hiro, finally ridding himself of this guilt. Further proving this point, in the secret ending cutscene, Sunny's something is shown to finally disappear. That long explanation to say that the game has a very interesting but oddly relatable way of representing Sunny's emotions and the trouble he faces getting over them. Another point to bring up is the meaning of white space. White space serves as the place Sunny will take himself so that he does not have to worry about anything. When entering white space, Sunny doesn't have to worry about his troubles in headspace or in the real world. As the choral says near the end of the game, white space is not a place to survive, but a place to live. This statement is completely true. White space is not a place where everything is okay, but it is a place where nothing can go wrong, a place Sunny can go in his mind where nothing good or bad can happen. I feel that white space serves as a representation of what some people will do in real life, retreat to a place in their mind that they have full control over, and a place where everything is okay, but nothing is wrong. I could, of course, be wrong about this, but that is how I personally see white space. But for all I know, it could be a representation of something completely different entirely. No amount of talking about this game can do it near enough justice. I hope you guys found this video informative as well as entertaining. However, to experience the full story and immersion of Omori, I recommend playing the game for yourself, as long as you can handle it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!